Well, I'm out here enjoying the sunsets, and just want to do a quick video about a conversation we had last night with a couple of friends of mine about understanding the victim programming and kind of where that is going to really manifest in your chart. So we all know that program runs throughout humanity, and it's linked to the savior aspect as well. You know, the whole savior programming and victim programming that run through our, through our templating, through everything that's our overlay of our etheric aspect. And one of the things that I have been kind of battling with, I've been lately, this last month or so, been going through a kind of a shamanic death. And it's been very intense. And one of the things that's been hitting me is what's the point? Why keep going? You're not really helping anybody anyway. And why keep doing this shit? Just give up. You're never gonna amount to anything anyway. So all of this stuff's running through the ethers. Just what's hitting people right now: to give up, to quit, to quit their progression work. To stop moving and pushing forward, because this is not easy stuff, man. It's really not easy, and we have to understand that this is something that you have to want. You really have to want it. It can't be something that you're just doing on the weekends here. It's something that is your life. And so while things are going on with all the bullshit in the planet and all the signals that are being run, we have to take the bull by the horns, man. We got to grab the horns, and we have to look at where we're at. So I was kind of going through my testimony last night, and one of the things I realized is that my healing started when I finally took responsibility for where I was, the lowest point of my life. I couldn't blame anyone else. There were others to blame, and there were certain aspects in context to multiplicity, but I had to come to that point where I looked at the mirror and said, it's me. And once I took responsibility for being a victim, that's when it all shifted for me. When everything started to started to clear. And this is an ongoing thing. It's not just a one-time thing with this victim shit. So you have to constantly be on top of it. So one of the things I was looking at in my chart was where are my tendencies towards being a victim? Where are they? And I kind of had to start to look at my rising sign, because this is what you're really trying to incorporate into your incarnation here, is your rising sign. And your rising sign is going to give you the main planetary aspect that you're carrying. So when I started looking at my rising sign, which is in Libra, I started to realize that, this balance, this harmony, understanding relationships, partnerships, all of these things are something that I needed to incorporate. I needed to master in this incarnation. And so when I was looking at my ascendant, I was like, well, okay, so I need to master the Libra energies. But what is going to take me the longest to manifest? Where is it that I have this victim mentality? And if you take your ascendant, okay, where your ascendant is, whatever gate it's in, whatever, stargate it's in, and you go 12 all the way around the wheel. Mine's Virgo. See? So it's the Virgo energies with me that I have to look at that are going to take the longest for me to master in context to the wheel. So if you take it 12 from your ascendant, from your rising, for me it's a Virgo, which is understanding all the karmic stuff that has to be resolved. That's the ignorance. That's understanding how to put things into practicality, build correct protocols and correct foundations, and being able to understand that service to others, you know, and then, you know, where all the karmic stuff is burned off in context to the 8th gate, which is Scorpio. So Scorpio comes in with Virgo and burns off all the karmic stuff in context to your transformation, and then and then your service to others. That's how it works. So for me, it's been the Virgo energies that have been the most difficult and taken the longest for me to understand and understand, and then incorporate and put into practice. So let's say a person has a Scorpio ascendant, okay? All right, so they're Scorpio ascendant. So where are they going to have their victim aspect magnified and amplified? Libra. This is where it's the finding the harmony and balance, relationships, partnerships, see? So this is how it works. And so once you can target that and you can understand this and see it, then you can really start working on some of this stuff and shorten that time up that it's going to take, because ignorance is really karmic stuff in context to natural law that you're not putting into action, that you're not understanding. And so when you're not doing that, it creates the distortion because you're moving against natural law. So once you understand certain aspects to alchemy and the Hermetica and, you know, these universal laws, then you can bring that into that gate, that 12th from your ascendant, and start working and go to work. So wherever your ascendant is sitting, okay, let's say your ascendant's in Gemini, all right? It's your rising, right? So where you're going to have to go to work is in Taurus with money, the physical world, you know, your family, you know, all your family aspect, you know, having to deal with, you know, bringing the family together and bringing your finances, bringing the pentacles, correct foundations and pentacles into existence with your life, so that you have the freedom to do this work, to teach, to, you know, do these things, because you've built foundational protocols and foundations of finances. It's Taurus. That's why the bull is the stock market symbol, right? So, you know, and Taurus is anchored there by Venus, and then, you know, so that's, you know, understanding about loving yourself and your self-worth. So your ascendant is very, very important. Number one, because that's what you're here to master and integrate into your consciousness, or fine tune. And the thing that takes the longest, the gate that takes the longest, is going to be the 12th from that. So let's say you're a Capricorn ascendant. So some of the aspects there is going to be Sagittarius, right? Getting to your galactic center. So that aspect then is all about what? The higher mind, the higher self, you know, lessons and teachers and students and, you know, long distance traveling and, you know, all of the things that Sagittarius represents, but really Sagittarius represents your galactic center. So what you do is that once you find that 12th gate from your ascendant, from your rising sign, right? Then you can go into your chart and you can look and see, okay, all right, so where are my Virgo placings? So, okay, so then I look in my chart and I go, oh, I got Pluto in Virgo. I've got Uranus in Virgo. I've got my moon in 6th house, right? I've got my Chiron in 6th house, see? I've got my Saturn in Pisces. See, so all of that understanding then starts to come forth in context to your templating and your disposition, your thought and emotion, and where things need to be calibrated, see, or recalibrated. So it gives you a position in your consciousness where you can go to work, where you can start to really do some real transformation with yourself. Because this is the place that's going to take the longest to manifest, is that 12th placing from your ascendant. It's going to take the longest. And so, if you can shorten that time up and start working with it, it's to your advantage here, in context to your incarnation and what you're here to do and your purpose, which runs up towards your North Node. So let's say that your North Node and your 12th gate from your ascendant is the same thing. Then you realize that purpose is really, really, that's what needs to really manifest. See, you're here to do that. See, so there's certain keys to unlocking the wheel, which is, the wheel of astrology is the circle of the magician. So this is why we need to master drawing the circle and clearing out the energies, and then bringing things into us in context to, the stellar activations and the cosmic energy into us that is going to elevate our frequency. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because this is the place where the victim will try to rule you, is in the very place that takes the longest for you to manifest, because you get impatient with yourself and you start to feel like you are not making any progress. So once you can start to target that area and you can start to work with it, it'll really shorten up the progression work in your life. You'll start to really start feeling the rapid fire aspect that's going on. That's really getting ready to hit hard. So I just wanted to share that tonight. The sun is setting. It's beautiful out here at the lake. And if anybody's interested in getting their birth chart read or their templating looked at, you can hit me up at heartcoreproductions.com, or you can email me at heartcoreproductions9@gmail.com, or just on Facebook. You can hit me up just on my regular account, Rodney Goodwin. There's a lot to your chart, and there's a lot you need to know about yourself, because if you don't know it, it will be used against you. These energies will be used against you and work against you instead of you working with them. So it's really important to understand. It's not just your sun sign, guys. I mean, there's a thread of consciousness that you need to understand about yourself. So, all right. That's it for today, and everyone have a beautiful, beautiful week. And we've got some really, really great things coming up this week in context of transits. So much love to everybody. We'll talk to you down the road.